Welcome to another Kong Show. This time it's especially for those of you who are planning to come to Japan for a long stay. And we're going to find out all about that in our program today because we are with Mr. Dean Schreiber. He is the Managing Director of the Oakwood Asia Pacific.
Hi, Kong. Nice to meet you.
Welcome to our show. Congratulations on your newest Oakwood, the Oakwood premiere.
Excellent. Thank you very much. Yeah, we're very proud of this property and we're looking forward to a successful operation.
What's special about this new location and why is it called Premier?
Well, Oakwood Premier is our property that's designated for the corporate traveler, the relocating executive that's coming into Tokyo. The location obviously drives the demand, and we couldn't be in a better location than right next to the Tokyo station.
Yeah, this is a fantastic location, but we'll talk more about that in a moment. Tell us how this all-new Oakwood Premier is different from a hotel.
Well, the great thing about serviced apartments, and particularly Oakwood Premier, is that we offer such an alternative to the hotel stay. We offer rooms that have more space, more privacy. They have a kitchen facilities, so a guest can be really self-contained in his own room and doesn't require the services of a hotel there. But having said that, we also offer those same services that a hotel provides. So we're the best of both worlds.
For example, what kind of services do you provide that a hotel provides?
We'll do the maid services, we'll do the daily cleaning of the property, we'll look after the security and safety of the guest, we do meal deliveries to the room. It's just like staying in a hotel on a longer basis.
Now, is there a minimum or maximum length that someone can stay in the new Oakwood Premier?
Well, the good thing about Oakwood Premier, even though we focus on that long stay piece, the long stay market, we also operate with a hotel license, so we can take short stays as well. So it's the best of both worlds.
For example, how short?
For overnight. You can stay for one night.
Wow.
You can stay for 3 years. We welcome all lengths of stay.
And where can our listeners find out about the prices?
Best thing to do is always call the hotel directly, call the service department directly. You can look on our website, oakwoodasia.com. We have many ways to get in touch with the team, but hopefully we'll be in touch with the customer first before they even have to call us.
Now, of course, there are other Oakwoods here in Tokyo. You have one in Azabu-Juban, a very beautiful place.
Great location too.
And you have another one in Midtown. Now, how is this Premier different from your Oakwood at Midtown?
Well, I think most properties, our industry is a very old industry, and there's a common cliche that says location, location, location. And location really drives the demand. So I guess the difference is the locations for one, but Midtown is more about the long stay. We don't operate with a hotel license there, so the minimum stay in that Midtown property is 30 days.
Ah, I see. So you said you could stay as short as overnight here in the new Premier, right?
Absolutely.
I want to talk a little bit about this neighborhood because this is a very prestigious neighborhood and you have so many interesting things in this area.
I think most obvious is the Tokyo Station, which gives you access all over Japan, I guess. So that's right next door. It's a 2-minute walk away. We're very close to the Imperial Palace. We're close to Ginza Shopping District. It's just a phenomenal location.
Walking distance to Ginza, right?
It's all stone's throw away.
And of course, there are buses right across the street that service all the various airports too, right?
And I believe they're also adding a bus service, limousine service that goes to the airport directly. So that's going to be a great addition to the property.
Directly from the Oakwood Premier.
From the Premier building.
And of course, you have a department store next door.
We have everything from Starbucks to coffee houses to Japanese restaurants to burger places. It's all here. If you're coming to Tokyo, this would be the place to get a real sense of everything that Tokyo has to offer.
Well said. What kind of amenities do you have here at the new Oakwood Premier? Do you have a fitness center?
We work with a gym called JEXA that provides access to all the facilities that they have down there. The good thing about serviced apartments is our team are always on call, so if any business services are required, they can do it straight from the reception desk.
Do you have a lounge here?
We have a great lobby lounge where the guests can enjoy light snacks, a breakfast in the morning, some drinks in the evening, a very relaxing environment and great views.
Social activities, do you have anything that guests can do? Do you plan like days out or trips around town or walking tours, anything like that?
The opportunities are endless. One of the things we're toying around at the moment is to do some jogging with the guests. Some of our team love to jog, and the palace is right next door, so we can run around there.
Let's talk a little bit about the rooms here at the Oakwood Premier. Do your rooms have security?
Absolutely. From the moment you arrive at the property, you're in a secure environment. There's safety doors downstairs that are only accessible with certain keys. The lifts have security access, so your key can get you only to those floors that you're staying in. And then as soon as you're in the room, there's a double locking system. And of course, we have security on 24 hours as well.
Let's talk about the view. We're looking at the view right now from one of your rooms here on the 14th floor. I believe that's right.
That's right.
And it's a fabulous view of Tokyo.
And a fabulous day to be looking at the view.
Do the rooms have balconies?
Our upper floor has balconies.
How far up do you need to go to get a balcony?
The 19th floor.
And are you allowed to have barbecues on the balconies?
No, we limit barbecues. I think that, again, we like to provide a safe environment for all customers. So sometimes barbecues can interfere with the next guest.
And we're looking right now at some of your kitchens here. It seems you have refrigerators.
We have all the appliances that a home kitchen would have. So there's the refrigerator, the ovens, the hobs. It's all there. And we provide all the pans, pots, cutlery, chinaware for you to enjoy while you're staying with us.
Microwave?
There is microwaves in all the rooms and coffee machines.
And do you have somebody to do the dishes?
Absolutely.
What about closet and storage space?
Plenty provided for. We know that customers are going to stay a long time, so that was one of the features that we do whenever we design a service apartment, for the suitcases, for the things that you might bring with you if you're moving to Tokyo. And of course, downstairs in our reception area, we can also store some of the larger items if you need.
And do you have shipping services from here? So if somebody buys a pachinko machine, for example, can you arrange to have it sent back to their home?
And it's funny you should say that. I've been looking for a pachinko machine myself.
I have a friend who sells... No, I'm only kidding.
No, but yes, we can arrange for transportation. Again, everything's a phone call away, and our staff are prepared to make that phone call for you.
Do you have cable TV here?
Yes, we have about 25 to 30 stations through our cable service.
Can we see CNN?
Absolutely. All
Fox
the stations.
TV, all the US and European stations?
Japanese stations. Chinese stations. We have some European stations as well. Your typical range of what you would find in a normal satellite TV.
All the rooms have Wi-Fi?
Absolutely. One of the main criteria for us, and one of the things that guests demand the most for, and high speed as well.
What about massage services? I'm talking about,
the therapeutic massages.
Therapeutic massages.
We highly encourage therapeutic massages, and we can also arrange that for you.
What about a butler?
Butler services is part of what we do anyway. So our staff are all trained to be able to provide butler services, and happy to do so.
Are guests allowed to stay overnight? I mean,
that's what we encourage.
Are guests of a guest allowed to stay overnight?
We always like to register the guests, of course. Again, it's so we know who's in the building and how many people are there. We're very cognizant of the safety and the requirements, and that even visitors enjoy a safe environment.
What about pets?
No, we don't. In this property, we don't, but in our other Oakwood buildings, we do.
What about smoking?
We've designated one floor for smoking. But the rest of the building is smoke-free.
What about families? If a person has maybe 4 or 5 kids, do you have accommodations for someone like that?
I think the most we would accommodate is 2 children.
Uh-huh.
I think when you're getting into the 4 and 5 children, you probably need a floor.
Okay. And can you do that?
We'll arrange that for you.
You can arrange basically anything, right?
Remember Fantasy Island?
Yeah.
Mr. Rourke? That's us.
Is there a restaurant within the residence?
Our lobby lounge serves some light snacks, but we don't have a restaurant in the building. What we do have is access to all the restaurants that are in this wonderful area.
I have to ask about employment opportunities, because there are some people listening who are probably thinking, wow, I would love to work at a place like that. Do you need any more staff? Do you have any job openings? Are you still hiring?
We always are looking for great people who want to join the hospitality industry. We highly encourage them to get in touch with us. We're growing our portfolio of properties in Japan and outside internationally at an alarming pace, and we need good hospitality professionals. So please, if you're listening and you want a job in the hospitality, reach out to us.
What kind of requirements would a person need to work here?
Well, the great thing about hospitality and the experience is that everybody has hospitality in them, from when they're inviting friends over to dinner and thinking about what they're going to cook and cleaning the house and choosing the style of music. So we're all very service orientated as people. So we just look for personality. We're going to train the technicality.
Should we talk about prices?
Absolutely.
Well, tell us about some of the prices
Oh,
for
we
the
can't
various...
talk about that.
I like your sense of humor. By the way, Mr. Schreiber, where are you from?
I'm Australian, but I grew up in this part of the world.
I see. Which part of the world did you grow up in?
In Asia. So I spent a lot of time in Hong Kong, and I moved to Singapore at an early age. And then I've worked around the region for 25 years.
And have you always worked with Oakwood, or have you been with other companies along the way?
I've been through a few of the companies. Hospitality is a very transient business, so we move to different organizations.
What do you like most about Oakwood?
A great company. I came from an industry that was purely hotels, but I just love the flexibility of serviced apartments, and Oakwood provides that. So it's been a great experience for me. I've been with the company 2 years now, and I just see that the guest is really staying more and more with serviced apartments than they are with hotels because of all the things we talked about before. And the gap between the hotel and the serviced apartments is narrowing rapidly. And we're at the forefront of that, providing that extra service that hotels are doing as well.
Now, you said you've been in this area most of your life. You're in Japan now. What do you like most about Japan?
Japan is just such a great place. I just love the friendliness. I love the attention to detail in everything they do. I love the packaging. We've gone out and bought some things, and the boxes it comes in, spectacular. Love it. But just such a warm, friendly environment.
Now, you thought we were going to skip the prices.
We'll come back to that.
Can we talk a little bit about prices? Because I'm sure people are curious.
Absolutely. So our prices start from around about 40,000 yen per night, depending on the style of accommodation, the location, the seasonality, the length of stay. And we go upwards from that. But we're very happy to discuss prices with anybody, to talk about budgets with them, to fit into what they might have to work with.
So are there any benefits for someone who would be staying for a really long time? Are there any discounts?
Absolutely. We would look at their length of stay and really sort of tier it accordingly, so that obviously a one-night stay would be a different price to somebody who's going to stay for 2-3 years.
Perhaps many of our listeners and viewers are now sold on wanting to stay at the Oakwood Premier in Tokyo. Do you have any special message you would like to say to those listeners right now?
I think everybody has probably stayed in a serviced apartment once in their life. Oakwood is probably now the best option for them. We're everywhere, especially in Japan. We have our 9th property just opening. And the great thing about it is we get to know you intimately by staying with us. So wherever you go in the world after that, where we have an Oakwood, we can look after you, we know what you like, and can provide that amazing seamless service.
All right, Mr. Dean Schreiber, Managing Director of Oakwood Asia Pacific, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, Kong. It's been a pleasure.